Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the first Smackdown of 2025, the 3-hour number. We now got 3 hours for Smackdown instead of 3 hours for Raw, at least until Netflix gives us something of 3 hours or 2.5, whatever the mood they're in. Was this a good show? It's set up for Monday. That's what this generally was. This was a setup for Monday. Was it bad? No. But am I happy about certain things? Hell no, I'm not. Let's get to it straight out. Was the opening with Cody, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens good? Yes. The setup for the ladder match has been done. And I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen because the Undisputed title at this moment, are we going to go back to the Eagle title? The Wing Eagle, you see me botching it because I'm actually interested in this. The titles have looked the same for almost, I don't know how many years. That has not felt different. If they are going to combine the titles and make a new title with the Eagle standard, with a little bit of the current WWE mixed in with it, I would be all for it. So that's what I'm thinking about. Not just that Kevin Owens or Cody could have both titles and hold both titles at the same time. You combine the two titles and make a new title that has more of the older standard with highlights of the new one, of the current one. That's what I'm hoping they're going to do with this ladder match. That's what I'm thinking. Now, when you see Nick Aldis talking with Cody, was it done well? Yes. Hearing Cody said that he's going to knock out anybody that looks like Kevin Owens, and he's willing to take on Drew. I wasn't too surprised about hearing that. The person that I am interested in seeing how far they're going to push is not Cody. It's Nick Aldis. Look, guys, Nick has done, since he's been general manager, he's been doing a really good job as a general manager. And I'm hoping this year they will decide to finally strip him of that general manager and let him become a wrestler again. At least from time to time. I'm just hoping that's going to happen. I like seeing what they're going to do with Nick Aldis. Do I believe they'll do anything? I'm hoping they will, but you never know. First match. Andrade Cien Almas versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I really didn't care about the match because when it comes to Nakamura, yes, he is where he should have been more than a year ago. I'm being honest. When they were starting this look that he had almost a year ago, when he should have been the Shogun then, not what he is now, it would have worked better then. Now that he has it, yes, it has some traction, but for me personally, it should have been done almost a year ago. I'm sorry, it should have been done a year ago, but it wasn't. So it was a good match. We haven't seen them face each other in 2 months, fine. It was alright, but still, Andrade isn't really doing much at all. And when it comes to Shinsuke, yes, he has the character he should have had almost a year ago. Or already a year ago. Fine, but then it's not enough. There's something missing. I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. Of course he won. Because he had to cheat by taking that turnbuckle off again. And basically do a distraction as well as use it to be able to win. Fine. Now LA Knight wants his title back. And he's made it very clear after he beat the snot out of Shinsuke that he's going in Royal Rumble and he wants to be at the echelon of the Royal Rumble to go to WrestleMania. Fine. He talked great. Love him. But do I believe they're going to pull the trigger on him? I don't know. Moving on. Michin versus Piper Niven. Again. Guys, look. Am I glad to see Chelsea Green as U.S. champion? Red, white, and green, yes. Do I believe that it should be Michin dealing with her again? No. You got women in the back you could be using. Look, I love Michin. I do love Mia Yim. I do. But I'm going to be honest here. What is she doing? She should have been left down in NXT and just stayed there for a while. At least they could have put the NXT North American Championship on her. They didn't do it. They could put the women's champion on her, particularly that she's a more seasoned veteran that can really help the women back then. And now, no. So she's working on the main roster, trying to get the U.S. title when she's already gone through it. She's gone through Piper Niven's before, and she's gone through basically... I'm like, yes, Michin won. But do I want to see her go after the U.S. title again? No. I just don't... I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it for her. Doesn't mean she's bad. Doesn't mean she's done anything wrong. It's just, where are the other women? We supposed to have so many women on SmackDown. Where the fuck are they? Why don't they be the one to go through it and then come back to a Michin after she proved that she can win wins? I'm just saying. Next. When you look at the DIY versus... Guys, it was like, what did we actually get from DIY, Pretty Deadly, Legado del Fantasma? What is all that? I'm not saying it's all bad booking, but then I'm like, they're not really doing much with Pretty Deadly other than making them sound like they want to do a musical or a play. When it comes to the Street Profits, they seem like the ones that should be the most interesting, of course. Since they are going back and forth, they are putting people on Raw, and then they're going to do some people on SmackDown. And I think the Street Profits will be ending on Raw. I'd rather see them do something. And they're not going to be doing anything. Then we have DIY dealing with the Motor City Machine Guns, which is understandable. But then it's like, do you have to inject Pretty Deadly into this? Does Pretty Deadly have to be injected into it? Because they're trying to say they didn't attack them. This is a lie. They're lying. I just feel like it doesn't make any sense. It feels like it doesn't make any sense. Now, mind you, I didn't see when it was developed because I was doing so many different the pay-per-views for Final Resolution. I did World's End, so I missed something when it came to either Raw or SmackDown. I know I'm missing something. I did. I know I'm missing something. I don't know what it is because I didn't watch all of Raw the last time. And that's not this week. Well, week before that. Because I did see that Raw, but I know I'm missing something, so maybe it's just me. The match happened, and it was DQ due to the fact that Pretty Deadly wanted to try and get a tag team shot. Yes, I understand that had happened. Then we got Delgado El Fantasma mad at Pretty Deadly for lying, and then they come out fighting, and then the DQ happened, and I'm like, okay, this is what we got, this is the deal, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be good booking. I don't know. It's just me. I'm sure maybe JD's fine with it. Maybe Alex is fine with it. I don't know. It's just me because since I could not watch the replays because I was busy doing like the state of WWE, the state of TNA, AEW. I did 2 videos on that. I know I missed something along with the pay-per-view. So I know I'm missing something. Moving on. Let me give it to like this. The Paul Heyman video, well, it felt like a cinematic video, seeing Paul Heyman dealing with Solo. For me, that's how it felt. Because of how Solo spoke. Seeing that the tribal chief, and this is Paul, he was at the pinnacle, but then he lost, and then Solo took over, which he did not beat him, and now we're having tribal combat this Monday. I'm telling you. He will lose, but then Solo comes out. He makes it clear with the what's going on. I want you to be the one who holds the rule of follow. I want you to be the one to present it to Roman. If I lose, present it to Roman. I'll acknowledge him. But when I win, and I will win, not only will I be acknowledged by Roman, he didn't say this, but he will acknowledge him. But I own you. He makes it very clear that if I win, which I will, you will be my wise man. And everyone will acknowledge me. Now, I felt that was done pretty well. Now, is Solo a little dry with his delivery? Yeah, a little dry. But at least it was effective, and that's the most important thing. It was effective, and it was done to set up for Monday. This show mainly felt like it was set up for Monday, mainly. Next, the match that pissed my ass off more than anything. I'm sorry. It did. I'm sorry. I'm angry. I'm angry. But I'm happy at the same time, but I'm angry. We got Nia Jax versus Naomi. Now, she had a vid pack, Naomi, and I felt, okay, they got a vid pack for her. They're doing a vid pack for Naomi. Naomi Knight. That is what she used to be called, Naomi Knight. Nobody calls her Naomi Knight anymore. She's Naomi. But the thing is, they showed me that vid pack, and I'm thinking, she's not winning. She's not going to win. Look, guys, this is before I saw the match. I evaluated what we've seen from Naomi since she came back to the company. Where is she now? Think about this for a minute. Think about it. Taking away what Nia Jax said with Candice LeRae, trying to get those titles back, and taking away from when we saw not a video, but an image on X of Jade Cargill covered in blood, like she's ready to go to war or something, or she's just bloodthirsty. Either way, I'm thinking about what she's gone through. Trinity, since she came back, what has she done? You guys tell me below. Tell me what Trinity has done. She has either helped a Bianca Belair, she's helped a Bayley, she's helped a Jade Cargill, mostly with their storylines. With Tiffany Stratton, she's developed her more than anything else. She's worked with Nia Jax, that's supposed to be working with everybody else. What has Naomi gained? You could say, well, she's had several tag championships. Well, she did try a couple of times. Well, you see I'm getting angry. I'm getting things mixed up. She's gone for the main title, and she's won the tag titles. But then, what does that mean? When you see this match, you see Tiffany come out. Yes, Candice LeRae getting taken out by a Bianca Belair. Fine. But then, when you see Tiffany hit Naomi in the head and messes up a Bianca Belair, totally screws her up. Done. And that was after the match because they both, well, Naomi didn't nail her, but it was Bianca who basically slammed a KOD to a Nia Jax and then gets grabbed and thrown out of the ring, and we get Tiffany cashing in, doing the prettiest moonsault ever, and she does win. It's great. I knew eventually they would give it to Tiffany, and I'm glad because Tiffany Stratton is a better version of Charlotte Flair. I said it. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want, but Tiffany is a better version than Charlotte Flair. So Ruka is a better version than Charlotte Flair. I am sorry. The only reason that Charlotte Flair has gotten as far as she has is because she worked with who? Bayley, Sasha, Becky. And you could say easily an Asuka. Four of the biggest known and liked and loved. Now, I'm not saying that she cannot wrestle, but she wouldn't have gotten as far as she did without those four women. And then you think of Naomi. Unless we see a Jade Cargill come back and attack Naomi out of nowhere for no apparent reason, and then she basically says later that Naomi attacked her, this is all clearly, and I'm going to say it now and I'll say it again. If you actually think Naomi is getting treated right, you're wrong. If you remember Triple H, one day, well, not one day, he actually said in his documentary, when the Clique left and went to WCW, he hugged everybody one day. It was in a live event. He gave everybody a hug when the cameras were done. Vince came, well, he went to Vince mainly because Vince came to the office. Vince called him. He went to his office and said, look, everybody else is gone. They're gone. You know what's about to happen. And he says, yeah. Yeah, I take a guess. Yeah, you're about to eat shit and like the taste of it. Where do you think Naomi is now? Think about it for a minute, guys. Think. I'm not expecting Naomi to get everything immediately. No. I expect her to get treated fairly. Where is she? She's been relegated to go back to the very thing that she dropped with Mercedes. That was the tag titles. They handed it to John Laurinaitis, and pretty much I'm sure Naomi said, look, we ain't doing shit in this company. This is a joke. I'm bouncing. And I had to go. I stuttered because if I was in that situation, I would be like, I'm bouncing. I would be nervous. There's no way. Unlike Naomi, who's been in the wrestling business long enough, she would not stutter like I would. I would. I would bounce, but I would be stuttering. I'd be scared. My hand would be shaking because I know I gave up a very good job around people, even though I loved them and I cared about the company. I was treated like shit. I leave. Yeah, my hand would shake, but at least I know I did it for myself. But now, Naomi came back, flat out. She looks like she's eating shit and liking the taste of it. I'm sorry, guys. She's helping everyone else promote their storyline, Tiffany's storyline, Nia Jax's storyline, Bianca Belair's storyline, a Jade Cargill storyline, a Bayley storyline, and anyone else that needs her. That's all she's doing. And yes, they booked her nice. They, at least with the vid packs. But what has she really done other than taking back the titles that she won? I'm hoping that the shit and eating the taste of it ends this year. Do I believe it will? I don't know. Maybe. But the one thing I hope for, if it doesn't, I am begging and pleading she did not sign a multi-year deal with WWE, TKO WWE. I don't know if she did. Maybe she signed a 2-year, I hope, 2-year contract. I hope she did not sign a 4-year contract. I'm hoping she didn't sign a 3-year contract. Maybe a 2-year, something. So I know they do more longer than that. But maybe because of after leaving with TNA, maybe they might have done a deal with her, maybe 2 years. I'm hoping. Just me. All right. Let's get this done. We got the 6-man tag. Solo's Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline. I got to tell you this. The opening with Jay. Boy, yes, they were in Phoenix, Arizona. They were at 11K. 11,000 people there. Who got the biggest ass pop? It was not Jimmy. It was not Solo. It was not a Jacob Fatu. It wasn't not Tamatonga. It was Jay freaking Uso. He was so hot. He lasted how long? 3 minutes? Doing, hey. 3 minutes, I think. 2 or 3 minutes easily. More, I think 4 minutes. They were doing up to 4 minutes. He milked that shit for all it was worth. That's how over he is. I still say, look, do I believe they will go with Jey Uso as the tribal chief? No. But should he be tribal chief? Yes. He should be tribal chief. My video that I made more than a year ago could still be valid if they're willing to go there with Roman going up against Jey Uso, or Jey Uso going up against Solo, and he wins that damn Ulafala. That's what I'm hoping for. Now the match was fine, but in the end we get a Drew coming out, which distracts Jay. He basically dives outside the ring to try and nail him, which he does. He gets back in the ring. He does not see Solo getting tagged in when he was dealing with Jacob. He just didn't. But in the end, Jacob wasn't the one who gave him that Samoan spike. It was Solo. And makes it obvious that Solo is going to take out Roman. And he just took out the one who was the most popular in that damn match. Do I believe tribal combat is going to be good? Probably will be. Because this hopefully will end the storyline of the bloodline. At least in the way that's what's going on right now. Probably the OG bloodline will get the title of the Ulafala back and put it around Roman's neck. But I don't know. But I will say this. Was it a bad show? No. Did I enjoy it? To a certain extent, yes. Am I happy about... Well, you see I'm watching here because I'm thinking Naomi. Am I happy about Naomi? Hell no. I think she's being treated like shit. Was it set up in the beginning with Cody, with Drew talking about I'm here to help you, and getting attacked by Kevin Owens at the end? Alright, yeah. All of it wasn't bad. I was not totally against it. The tag division is still pretty convoluted to me personally. that you have to use a lie to get everyone fighting one another. But this is just me. You guys tell me below what you think. Peace.